brought to you by Scotch Collagen Q10, the beauty within.
Sawadika and hello all you fashion folks. It's Fashion Update by Scotch Collagen Q10, the beauty within, and the show that brings you the latest updates and hot topics in the world of fashion and entertainment with me, Stephanie. The latest women's collection from Emporio Armani featured soft silhouettes and wide-leg trousers in a palette of soft pastels and floral prints. For more, let's check it out.
Runways.
The silhouette was soft with wide-leg tailored trousers falling to mid-calf and loose tops that turned into a puff ball at mid-thigh, while cocktail dresses fell from glittering, iridescent strapless bodices into tiers of fan chiffon below. There was an oriental feel to the girls, whose tightly pinned hair still had all the grips on show, with collarless jackets and bulging ribbed organza sleeves adding shape to the collection. The floral trend, which has strong hold on next season, even made a showing here. Washed-out prints reflected the lit-up backdrop above the catwalk. Standing amongst all his pastel-clad models at the end, Armani was ever the gentleman, bowing and smiling. He may not whip us into a frenzy, but it's hard to imagine the fashion world without him. Armani's show was poised between realism and abstraction. By now, the spring campaigns are upon us, and Burberry is the first to release their whole new look with all new faces. Malika Firth and Jean Campbell are two of the new faces in Burberry's Spring-Summer 2014 campaign, epitomizing next season's distinctly English mood, Christopher Bailey said. The Brit-based twosome appear alongside young British talent from the worlds of music and film, including Jamie Campbell-Bower, Leo Dobson, Matilda Lothar, Neelam Johal, and Callum Ball. Campbell, the daughter of former Vogue fashion editor Isabella Calder and her husband Colin, appeared in her first ever editorial in the October issue of British Vogue, captured by Bruce Weber. Firth, meanwhile, has had a stellar year, gracing the Prada campaign, the cover of a Vogue supplement, and the Victoria's Secret catwalk in a matter of months. The youthful British cast help highlight the Scottish woven cashmeres and sheer English laces used in the collection, entitled English Rose, and, Bailey says, encapsulate the gentle, effortless, romantic quality of the season. It's classic and sophisticated, but with a romantic twist. Basically everything we've come to expect from the British label. There is no place better suited to stage the world's first gallery exhibition of fine jewelry than the Grand Palais in Paris. Paris is hosting its own glittering retrospective of the House of Cartier. A new exhibition at the Grand Palais, Cartier, Style and History, promises a menagerie of jewels ranging from the mid-19th century to the 1970s. In the gargantuan Salon d'Honneur, some 600 pieces of jewelry, objects, and timepieces are on display alongside magazine spreads and advertising pages from parallel epochs. Structured somewhat thematically and not strictly chronologically, the exhibit offers a study of Cartier's styles and influences, such as Persian and Egyptian exoticism, rather than simply offering up a lesson in fine jewelry. The idea that women can be like panthers is really the symbol of a certain type of woman, a new free, fierce, and maybe dangerous woman, explains the exhibition's curator Laurent Salome. The idea that women can be like panthers is really the symbol of a certain type of woman, a new free, fierce, and maybe dangerous woman, explains the exhibition's curator Laurent Salome, referencing the lithe and elegant animal that is practically synonymous with the house. Cast in the form of brooches, badges, cuffs, and various other objects, as well as the starring role of last year's epic campaign film, L'Odyssée de Cartier, the big cat has played an important part in the history of the storied jeweler. Even Jeanne Toussaint, Cartier's director of fine jewelry from 1933 to 1970, went by the nickname the Panther. She had a strength about her, and it was about her way of life as well, explains Salome. A contemporary of Coco Chanel, Toussaint was known for her daring and utterly original sense of style, and it was during her legendary tenure that two of the most famous Panther styles were commissioned. Both pieces were for the Duchess of Windsor, who was known for her love of jewels, and include a panther brooch created in 1948 that is thought to be the first time the motif appeared as a three-dimensional jewel. The Duke then ordered a panther bracelet for his wife a few years later. It sold for £4.5 million in 2010. And while those particular pieces will not be on display, some of the Duchess's most precious items, a dazzling flamingo brooch and a brilliant diamond and amethyst collar, appear in the show. The exhibition also pays homage to many more of Cartier's most ardent customers and their dazzling jewelry collections. Princess Grace of Monaco's diamond engagement ring, heiress Daisy Fellowes' Hindu collar with 13 blinding sapphires, Elizabeth Taylor's ruby collar, and Cartier's halo tiara, worn by the Duchess of Cambridge on her wedding day, are all just a few steps away from each other. Cartier is one of France's iconic companies and is part of its tradition and heritage. Next up, the world woke up to a short but already epic Instagram video of Beyoncé's new surprise album. Beyoncé has released a surprise fifth album exclusively on iTunes this morning, eschewing traditional suspense-building marketing strategies. The self-titled record features 14 tracks, one of which is named after her daughter, Blue Ivy. "I didn't want to release my music the way I've done it," said Beyoncé. "I am bored with that. I feel like I am able to speak directly to my fans. There's so much that gets between the music, the artist, and the fans. I felt like I didn't want anybody to give the message when my record is coming out. I just want this to come out when it's ready, and from me to my fans." The move follows a precedent set by David Bowie, who launched his comeback single, Where Are We Now, without any prior warning. Usually, artists choose to leak tracks from their album before a launch. Beyoncé's latest project is her first visual album, and all downloads include 17 videos shot in locations from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. "I see music," added Beyoncé. "It's more than just what I hear. When I'm connected to something, I immediately see a visual or a series of images that are tied to a feeling or an emotion, a memory from my childhood, thoughts about life, my dreams, or my fantasies, and they're all connected to the music." It's Beyoncé's world, and we're just living in it. For more updates during the week, just click on to worldwideweb.ChicChannel.com or email us anytime at f_update@ChicChannel.com. A big thank you to MAC Cosmetics and to you for watching. See you next time on Fashion Update by Scotch Collagen Q10, The Beauty Within, only here on Chic Channel True Vision 74. Until then, สวัสดีค่ะ
Brought to you by Scotch Collagen Q10, The Beauty Within.